The tonic triad, or one chord, is more than a pretty sounding thing. And it's more than a foundational building block of Western harmony. And while you are going to want to recognize it in different situations, there's something important the tonic triad can do for you. In fact, it can serve as a tool for you to recognize quickly all the tones in the major scale and more. Check this out. In this key, can you tell which scale tone this is? How about in this key? Can you identify this scale tone? What about here? And finally, this key, this tone. Doing this is a foundational listening skill, anchoring your ear in a key and then instantly, almost intuitively, identifying the pitch you hear in terms of the key. If all four of these were easy, God bless you. See the description for the answers. But for the rest of us, there is a method, a step-by-step sequence of actions you can take to quickly identify notes in a key. It makes use of one of the most common patterns in music, the tonic triad, or one chord. But without this skill, you are left to guess what note a melody starts on. So when playing something by ear, instead of focusing on learning the tune, you're wasting time just finding the starting note. And it is a skill that can be learned. It's even something that I couldn't do, even after getting a music degree. They had taught me all wrong. So let's make this learned skill feel natural for you. In today's video, you are going to learn to use the tonic triad as a kind of scaffolding to guide your ear to any note in the major or minor scale. And when we're done, you'll be on your way to avoiding frustrating guesswork and replacing that confusion with confidence. I'm Hans at tuneindigo.com. Let's get started. Let's check in first on where you are at in your learning journey and how to use this video to best effect. I'm assuming right now that you can do two things fairly competently. You can match a pitch with your voice in a comfortable place in your vocal range, and you can find and sing do confidently when you hear a bunch of other notes that create the musical context or the tonal context. Now, if you struggle with these two steps, that's okay. Please drop a comment below and I'll set to work concocting a lesson to address each of those. Also, my Holistic Ear Training Foundations course is a gentle and thorough way to overcome those particular challenges and more. You are still invited to watch this video, but if you get a little frustrated with the pace of it, please know that it is because those two foundational skills still need developing. Now, if you are further on your ear training journey and can identify the notes in the major scale easily, compare what you do when you do that to this method and determine if there's a spot that sometimes trips you up. There may be a place that you could improve a little bit upon. Here are the 4 steps of this little method. First, after you hear the key established, the tonal field established, find and sing do in a comfortable place in your range. 2, sing the note you are going to identify, that's the question tone. Then go back to the do and sing up through the tonic triad, listening for the question note. Finally, identify the question note. Now, the first 2 steps are our prerequisites. So for now, let's just say that you can identify the sound of the home note, the tonic, and also sing the question note comfortably in your vocal range. On to the tonic triad. This is the one chord you might have heard about. And before we get into the nitty-gritty of using it as a tool, let's have a go at some model songs that reveal the sound of this incredibly powerful musical structure. Here are 4 that feature the tonic triad in a melody, and there are hundreds, probably thousands more songs that you could find. There's probably one of your favorite songs outlines the tonic triad. But for now, we're going to start with these 4. We've got the Beatles song, Obla Di Obla Da, which features the tonic triad in its chorus like this. Obla Di Obla Da, life goes on, brah. And we'll think of that as do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do. Then we've also got do, do, mi, so, so. Do, do, mi, so, so. That's the Blue Danube by Johann Strauss. You probably know this one. Right? Which goes so, mi, do, so, do. So that gives us the descending, so, mi, and then the ascending, do, mi, so, do. And then get your camp wood out, get your guitar, get your campfire ready for Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya, which goes do, mi, so, 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 la, la, so. So whichever one of those feels close to your heart, use that one. In this work, we're gonna go straight for singing the solfege, do, mi, so, in our exercise. You'll want to choose some song, one of those four, or a song you know that goes do, 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 even if it goes do, 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 or do, do, do. There are plenty out there to choose from. And then you want to glue that in your mind, whatever the lyrics are, to do, mi, so that you can take that out of the song's original context and now use it to hear new stuff. Okay, now the tonic triad, as I just mentioned, goes like this. Do, mi, so. Now, I'll never tell you how a sound should make you feel, but I will tell you that this sound is very stable harmonically. So and mi are actually hidden away inside the sound of do in its harmonic series. Now, while that's a topic for another time, it's worth recognizing that the tonic triad is a highly cohesive unit for hearing music through. All right, so now let's walk through and totally automate the first three steps of our method. You want to hear a new key established, so I'll play what's called a cadence that establishes the key. You're going to want to immediately find do and sing it. And then sing up through the tonic triad, do, mi, so. Now we'll keep our model songs close to hand, so our do, mi, soing is on point. All right, so here we go. I'll play we'll do this 4 times, and we're just going to hear the cadence, find do, sing up through the tonic triad. So we've got do, mi, so. Let's do another one. Do, mi, so. 2 more. Do, mi, so, or do, mi, so. See, that's a little bit at the top of my range. Last one. Do, mi, so. All right, so that's a great start. Remember, we're hearing the cadence, we're hearing the new key, finding do, singing up through the tonic triad. And now we'll start to add notes that are our question notes. Now check this out. The tonic triad, when you really think about it, comprises 3/7 of the major scale and 25% of all notes in the chromatic scale. And in fact, many pieces of music begin with one of its notes or members, even if it doesn't outline the chord. But here's the thing, and it might seem obvious, but it is really, really important. Any tone that is in the scale, major, minor, you name it, but is not in the tonic triad, is no more than one step away from one of the tonic triad's members, do, mi, or so. And what that means is if you can climb through the tonic triad easily, and while you're doing that, listen to the note that you're trying to identify, you'll be able to get there just by going a step up or down from the chord tone or the chord that you're hearing. Now we're going to add a question tone. We'll walk through the 4 examples I did at the beginning of the video. And for each one, we are going to take our time and go through each step with intention and maybe not blame ourselves too much if we aren't hearing it right off the bat. This does take practice. It's not a quick hack. This is not a quick trick. You can pick up the method, but then applying it day over day, week over week, is what's really going to make your ear strong and hearing notes in the scale automatic. We're going to go through nice and slow and deliberate, and if you are advanced and haven't already done so, this might be a good time to switch to 1.5x playback. And if this is new to you, understand that these steps will start to collapse in on themselves and become quicker. Over time, you won't really need to do them. They'll be happening, but you'll just know the sounds of all the tones, and that's our goal. All right, so here's our first thing, and we're going to just slowly walk through each of these steps. All right, so here's our first example. I'm going to play this cadence. I'm going to sing do, do, and now here's the question tone. I'm going to sing the question tone in my comfortable range. Do, I could sing it here, do, but I can't sing it here. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, so here it is right here. So that's our question tone. Here's our tonic or do, do. Now, we're going to walk through the process, even though we already probably know that it's the same note. So now I'm going to sing up through the tonic triad. Do, mi, sol. Comparing, was the question note one of those? Yes, it was. It was do. Here's number 2. Do, I'm holding do. There's the question note. Question note. Do, mi, sol. Now, in this case, I sing do. It's not that. I sing mi. It's not that. So, it's not that. So now what I do is I still go through it. Do, mi. And I allow my voice to come up to this other note, which in this case, if it's just a step up from mi, do, mi, I know that it's fa. Let's do number 3. Here's do, do, da, or da, do. Question note, do, mi, so. It doesn't sound like one of those notes. It's not do, it's not mi, and it's not so. So. I can tell that it's one higher than so, which makes it la. Now, we want to go slowly when we practice and make sure that each step is solid. You can see that singing the tonic triad with a note that doesn't, against a note that doesn't belong to it, is harder than singing the tonic triad against a note that is in it. Okay, and we're going to see that with this last one, which is even more advanced. But again, we're practicing this process so that it can become automatic. Here's do. There's that note, do. Question note, do. So now I'm going to go through the chord. Notice I'm not playing this at the same time. Do, mi, so. It's not do. Do, mi, so. The music, the question tone pulled my voice down from so, but not very far. So that actually made it fi. That's the sharp 4. Fi is the sharp 4. So you can use this in a more advanced way. And again, these steps, you just practice the steps, refine each step. And before you know it, you're going to hear a note and be like, oh, that's the 7th degree. Oh, that's the 6th degree. Or, oh, that's T. Oh, that's la. Okay, now were you able to do the first couple? Were you able to stay with me? Do you feel like this method resonates with what you already do or try to do? Drop a comment, please. I'd love to hear how you're doing out there. Now, click the link in the description for a downloadable guide to this process that we covered today. It's free. All you have to do is click, go to the thing, click download, and it's yours. And there are more resources at tuneintogolearning.com, including the Foundations course that goes deep into the process and more. Thanks for listening.